Can you make a living doing what you love, or do you need to find a real job? Let's look at some options for creatives who need to make a living. Welcome to Allie on Life, where I believe that every life is a beautiful story, and I want to help you tell yours. Did you know that I make absolutely no money for making these videos? I do it just for fun. That is a future goal though, and you can help me by subscribing to this channel if you haven't done that yet. Subscribing means that you will get my videos in your YouTube feed, and if you click the little notification bell, you'll also know when I put out new videos. And since you never know what Tuesday I'm gonna do that, because you just never know. When you click the notification bell, YouTube will let you know that I have a new video up. Isn't that exciting? Well, everyone knows about starving artists, but no artist really wants to starve. And it's good to know that you have some options because, we love food. Food is great. So as creatives, what we have to decide is, do we want to try to make money doing the thing that we love, or do we want to do something else? Because, not all of us have rich spouses or families or a trust fund or something like that. In fact, probably very few of us do. So does that mean that we have to do what our well-meaning friends and family keep telling us to do and get a real job? What we're going to do in this video is talk about why real jobs suck and why you should maybe get one anyway, and then also some alternatives if you decide that that is not the path that you want to take. Now, for the purpose of this video, we are defining a real job as any retail, trade, or desk job that's not really creating the thing that you want to create with your creativity in your life. So here's the big question, and we already know the answer to this question, but why do real jobs suck? Well, for one thing, they literally suck the life out of you if you're a creative in a couple of different ways. It can feel like a total waste of time because you're sitting there, you're doing your job, you may be actually pretty good at it, you may not be, you never know, but it just feels like, ooh, I'm sitting here, I'm doing all my little tasks, I'm doing my job, I'm talking to the people, I'm doing all the things I need to do, but it feels like it's a waste of time because it's not what you really want to do. A real job really isn't usually what we want to do. It may be something that we've trained for or been educated for, or that someone just convinced us we would be good at, or we just applied for it and got it because that happens sometimes. And it's just filling time that we feel like we could be doing something else, something more creative, something more productive. And also, as creatives, we're generally not very good with rules and authority. Now, we talked about this in a previous video, but it makes working a real job, working for a boss, pretty difficult. If you feel that there are ways that you could improve the work environment or the processes or the way that you do things, and that is not encouraged in your job environment, then you can get stuck in a really pretty toxic place pretty quickly. Whether you become the toxic person or the environment around you is toxic, it can feel like a real drain on your soul. And that is why, for creatives, lots of times, a real job is a soul-sucking experience that none of us really wants to have. Now, on the other hand, even though they kind of suck, a real job may make sense. Because for one thing, it's consistent income. You show up, you do your job, you get paid every week or 2 weeks or once a month or however often that you get paid. You can count on that. And hey, in today's economy, in any economy, it is a good thing to be able to count on a paycheck. So practicality is very important. It's also a good opportunity to get out and interact with people. Sometimes as creatives, we kind of get stuck in our own little world and we think that there's not any other world out there. We know that there is, but we haven't gone out and seen it in a while, so we kind of forget. But interacting with people is really important for creativity because that's where we learn stories. That's where we learn how to deal with people. That's where we learn the things that people love and that they find beautiful and attractive and that kind of inspire us to do our creative work. And let's be honest, we just need people in our lives, and the real job can give us the opportunity to do that. Another reason that a real job can make sense is because it can fund your dream. You need money to live on, but you may also need money to do the thing that you really want to do. Because lots of times, honestly, creative pursuits are expensive. There may be some classes you need to take. There may be some equipment that you need to buy. You might just need a lot of coffee, because we all need coffee. I know I need coffee right now. But you need something to live on while you're pursuing this creative dream that you have in your life. And so having a real job can give you that money that you need. And possibly you could gain experience and inspiration for the field that you actually want to work in or the things that you really want to create. You could be doing tasks that in some way help train you for the thing that you want to do. Or just in doing the mundane tasks of your job, you could find that creative inspiration, because sometimes our brains work that way. You know, we don't always think of our best ideas when we're sitting down thinking, ideas come to me, I need you right now. But instead, they come while we're doing our normal life, our normal job, washing the dishes, or typing something out on the computer, entering meaningless data that, somebody for some reason thinks that we have to put in there. It happens. And then you're just going along and all of a sudden, an entire plot line for a story pops into your head and it's the thing that you needed in order to finish that book. It happens. Now, if you're really set against this whole idea of getting a real job, I understand, because I don't want one either. And I keep wrestling with myself about why I might need one, or could I just make money doing the things that I actually want to do? So we're going to look at some ways that maybe, just maybe, you could do that. And maybe I can too. First of all, there's the idea of the dream job. Yes, getting that job in the field that you want to work in, doing the thing that fills your soul with love and light and joy and wonder and allows you the opportunity to create and share your creative things with the world and get paid really good money to do it. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Yes, it would. And it does happen. And that's fantastic, because we want to pursue our dreams. And we would love to get paid to do that. Now, if the dream job, for whatever reason, isn't possible, because you know how it is, you have to have all the experience and all the education, and sometimes those things just don't match up, and you're not the right fit for the right job, for the dream job. Sad day, what am I going to do? It's like the end of the world, right? Wrong. You have other options. You could try freelancing. Freelancing is where instead of like the real dream job where you have a full-time gig doing the one thing all the time, you just have little gigs here and there doing the things for people in different ways. The challenge of freelancing, of course, is finding those gigs and then landing them, and that can take quite a lot of time, especially when you're still building your reputation in that area. You can also just sell your stuff. You can sell art in a local art gallery. You can sell printables, digital things, downloads, all that kind of stuff on places like Creative Market. You can open a shop on Etsy and sell those things online. You can find a little craft market in your area if crafting is your thing. There are lots of ways that you can make things and then sell them. And so you can just investigate different ways to do that. Google is your friend in this particular area. Find ways where you can sell your things. Now, there is a little challenge in selling your stuff, and that is that you have to be able to give it up to someone else. And sometimes that's a difficulty for an artist. So you just need to consider whether, selling the thing is worth making the money, or if you just need to keep it forever because you love it that much. And then lastly, you can start your own business. This is similar to freelancing, but it's more like the entrepreneurial side of freelancing. So when you start your own business, you pick the thing that you want to do. You figure out how you're going to make money doing it. Figure out your dream client, the people that you want to sell that thing to, that service or that object or whatever it is that you're wanting to make money doing. You just open up your shop in whatever way that means, and you start making money doing your own business. Now, this takes time and it takes effort, and it can take a while to build enough that you actually are making income doing this. Unless you have some wealthy benefactor, or you can get a loan as a startup or something like that, and you can have capital to build that business with. Now, like I said, working for yourself is not easy. Building a business, whether it's freelancing or the more entrepreneurial stuff, that kind of online business or local business or whatever, can take a lot of time and a lot of energy, and that can sap some of that creative energy that we need in order to make the things that we want to make. So you need to be willing to make that trade-off if you're going to work for yourself. But, real jobs suck too. So you just really need to figure out how to create and also make a living because those two things are both really important for creatives, and we need to find some balance in that. And I will be making a future video about how I kind of try to do that and how I succeed at it and how I fail at it. So be watching for that. So what do you think? Are you more interested in getting a real job, or are you wanting to make money for yourself, or are you looking for that dream job? Because, that would be great too. Share your ideas with me because I am very broke and I need to know what they are. Now, don't forget that my email list is the best way to keep up with me and get all the little extra goodies that I share with the people on my list. You'll know when all of my content is coming out, and every cool little thing that I have to share. All of those things come to my email subscribers. So click that link in the description below. And if you're a writer, I have a couple of extra little goodies like the free PDF, What's Your Writer Type, and my Facebook group, Let's Be Writers. Those are always really fun places to hang out and do writerly things. So check that out. That is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Now get out there, be creative, hopefully make a living, and tell your story because the world needs to hear it. Did you know that I make absolutely no money for making these videos? Don't put that in the outtakes. No! It's rude.
Fine. I'll keep it somewhere else.
So what we're going to do right now is talk about why I literally just said that, and I can't even remember. Okay. I'm hoping this could actually be a short video, and that's fine. It doesn't need to be long. It feels short, but that's fine. And my goodness, if any of you want to hire me to do your videos for you, I'm available.